Hi everyone, it's Amy, and today in my kitchen we are making Apple Pecan Cookie Cups. If you love a good pecan tassie, or as my family calls them, nut cups, you're gonna love this apple-inspired fall treat. So let's get started. First thing you're gonna do is make the cookie dough base, and it is a cream cheese cookie base, kind of like a kolache cookie. It just melts in your mouth like a shortbread. So you need one chunk or block of cream cheese that's been softened to room temperature. You need half a cup of butter, also softened, 1 cup of all-purpose flour, and a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. And now we're going to mix this up just until it comes into a nice dough. It's starting to come together, if you can see it. Nice ball. Okay, this dough is real sticky, so we are going to chill the dough. And my favorite way to do that isn't to just leave it in the bowl, but to wrap it up in a piece of plastic wrap. So let me show you what we'll do. And we're going to take a piece of plastic wrap, just drop it right there in the center. I'm just going to use the plastic wrap to kind of scrape it off the spatula there. And now we're going to put this in the refrigerator for about an hour, and then we'll get started on our cookie cups. I'll be back. All right, everyone. While the cookie dough is chilling in the refrigerator, let's make that gooey caramel apple filling. So first up, you are going to need 1 egg, 3/4 cup light brown sugar, and you can totally use dark brown sugar for this. It would be equally delicious. You're going to need half a cup of chopped pecans, half a cup of diced apples, and I've already peeled these apples, chopped them really little, and then I have a teaspoon of cinnamon, and we'll add in about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon of vanilla extract. All right, let's get that all mixed up. You just want to get it pretty well blended because you're going to take scoops of this and put it into the cookie dough. The brown sugar and the egg create almost like a paste, so it becomes thick. All right, that looks great. I've just grabbed the cookie dough out of the refrigerator. It still feels a little soft. I'm not sure if quite an hour has passed or not, but we're going to make it work. Oh, it's perfect. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a mini muffin tin and a 1 tablespoon cookie scoop, and you're going to drop about a tablespoon of cookie dough into each well here. This recipe makes about 24 cookies, so that'll determine how you divide up your cookie dough here. Now I'm going to take a tart shaper and I'm going to press that dough into the muffin tin. And I've got a bowl of powdered sugar here, and it's going to help keep the tart shaper from sticking to the dough, and it adds a little sweetness to the dough too, since if you remember, there's not a whole lot of sugar in this cookie dough. It's only got a 1/4 cup. Granted, we've got a whole bunch of sugar in the filling, and you want to press so that those sides come up and you've created a little well. You can use a wine cork for this. You may just need to kind of wiggle it around. You can use your fingers if you want to. That works too. But I love this tart press, and I use it for so many things. And we're going to save this powdered sugar because we're going to need it at the end. And we're going to take a teaspoon and put that into each little cup. And this should be enough to fill all the cups. So I do a little bit in each one, then go back and fill them more if needed. You really want to make sure your apples and your pecans are chopped small so they fit into these little wells that we've created in our cookie base. I don't know about you. Are you more of an apple person, a pumpkin? Leave me a comment and let me know what you like. I honestly like them both. I kind of depends on the day. These are going to go in the oven at 375 degrees for about 20 minutes. So I will be back. Okay, these smell amazing. As you can see, some of them bubbled out, not a big deal. I always line the bottom of my oven with a piece of foil. You could also put a baking sheet underneath them before you bake them. All right, they've cooled in the pan for about 10 minutes. So we're just gonna pop them, see how nice and brown they are, onto a cooling rack. And if they stick, just kind of push through that caramelized part. I'm using an avocado knife, but A butter knife works great. I'm going to have a quick bite of one. I've got a little powdered sugar ball here. And look how good that looks. Enjoy.